2020. They just called in, they're requesting a continuation till next month, June 2nd.
Motion to continue to June 2nd at 6 PM.
Second?
All in favor? Moving on, everything else, next one is at 6:15. We might be able to get a couple of these informals done in the meantime, if anybody's out the hallway. There's nobody out there?
They're probably stuck outside.
Could be locked out in front. Shoot. I know, the front door is locked. Yeah.
Do you have a logo yet?
Not yet, no.
I'm into that crap, that's all. Getting ahead of myself, am I? So you got
Rhonda. Okay, we got Rhonda Messer, 117 Mechanic Street, for an informal. Yeah, no, just come up to the chair up there, talking to the microphone. Somebody's gonna leave the room. Too many people in the room. You can wait out in the hallway, and then as soon as she's done, then you can come in. Go ahead, ma'am.
So I'm just bringing up.
Who are you? And-
Oh, sorry about that. I'm Rhonda Messer. I own Coffee Lands here in Clinton, Massachusetts, and I'm also a resident here in Clinton, Mass. And I'm in the process of purchasing 115, 117 Mechanic Street.
Okay.
Today I'm bringing a proposal. Our plan with the building is to use it for both commercial and residential. We plan on moving into the second floor, and then while we're there, we plan on remodeling the first floor to ultimately move the coffee shop over. So I just have a plan proposal for that here today.
Now you're gonna make an apartment in there?
Yeah, on the second floor. Yes, that's the plan.
I can't, it's right around,
The old ITAM.
the old ITAM, yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's. I mean, parking,
Yep, there's parking.
Okay, so I think what she's gonna have to do is she's gonna have to show us the plot plan with some parking, some lighting. And then I think she's gonna have to file the change of use. That's about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a special permit, because it's definitely changed use, it hasn't been used for anything except for storage for, yeah, this is a special permit. You're gonna need to figure out what your parking use is gonna be, how many spots you have in the back, how many you can use in the front. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Ron, were you able to find out if you have parking on the side,
Well, I mean, there is parking in the lot.
in the
Like-
lot?
Yeah,
any of those designated to your building?
So the land is actually, the property belongs to 115, 117 Mechanic. The building right next door where the Russian Icon Museum is using for storage has a parking easement, but otherwise, the plot is for the 115, 117 Mechanic Street.
You're gonna do it over time, you're not gonna.
Right, over 2 years is the
Couple
plan.
year project, so
Yep.
apartment first and then and then the retail down below,
Correct,
down below.
yeah.
So I think, just show this and get the application for a special permit and get one.
Okay.
I'd
How's
love
that
to do
sound?
that. Sounds great.
Good, go for it.
Okay,
Good luck.
where do I go for that?
You see Denora tomorrow.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Time to get
It's,
Where they gonna, how
Five
they gonna get the
after.
coffee though?
there. All right, is anybody else here for an informal?
Steve.
She's gonna have parking issues down there, but we can waive some of
No,
it.
parking over there. Where they gonna get the coffee? Out the back? That's what I'm wondering.
That's Scott.
Okay. Somebody else gonna leave too. Sir,
How are you?
your name and,
Scott Aponte. I'm with my sister-in-law, Mary Ann. She lives at 63 Laurel Street
okay,
in town. And she is trying to find out in what way can we add on to the property.
what's down there now?
It's a two-family currently. It's
Okay,
commercially zoned. Doesn't have the square footage needed. But what my whole thing is, what do we have to do what do we have to classify it as in order to add on? Her daughter wants to move back to town, and that's where she wants to.
what are we gonna try to do, make like an accessory apartment?
Basically, yeah. 2 floors, maybe. Right now, it is a two-family, one on top of each other. It fits as far as setbacks and everything like that, and I'm just trying to figure out how to classify it. Is there variance that's needed, being that it is commercial? So, that's really, I'm looking for some guidance as to, I don't want to get into it real heavily if we don't have to.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm trying to picture 63.
I have some, you want to see some?
Sure.
How you doing?
Were you looking to put the addition on the back of the house?
It actually would be on the back, that's correct, yep.
How big you lot down there now?
It says 10,610.
And that's our one down
I'm sorry?
Commercial. So, it's gonna have to go to zoning and here.
Gotta get
I
variances.
think you're gonna have to start off with the zoning board for a variance, because you don't meet the square footage on the lot.
Yep.
And then, because it's a multifamily, you have to come back to the planning board for a special permit.
Well, that's, can we, this is my question. Even if we were to make the two-family, like condos, and add this on and make this a condo, is that still considered multifamily?
Yep.
It would be? Okay. Okay. So-
How big is the addition?
I don't know yet. I'm gonna, whatever is allowable is what we wanna put there, you know? They were hoping to put about 1,500 square feet of living space. So, 2 floors. I don't know if a garage is gonna work or not. I'm just trying to get through the proper steps to see if it can
Yeah.
even
Well,
get done.
zoning's your first big crack.
That's gonna be the number one,
Yeah,
Yep.
zoning?
zoning.
Okay.
And then I think, remember that you can't go over, what is it, 25% of the, you have to leave open? So that's
25?
probably, that's probably gonna affect how big your addition's gonna
You
be.
can go
So-
through us and zoning can shut you down.
Yeah, right,
So go to zoning first,
right,
please.
okay. Okay. Okay,
Okay, good luck.
great, thanks.
Ten after.
10. Any other informals up there?
It's awful tight down there. I don't know if they're gonna,
What's that?
that's pretty tight
I
down
can't
there.
picture that house down there.
You know what it is, if you took the right, going up Stone, you have, it's the second one up on the left. It's right on the corner of Laurel and Stone.
I just can't picture it. What are you guys here for?
A slight modification to the approved plan. I think we were in 2 months ago. I can keep this down, can't I? We were in, I think, to suggest a reconfiguration of the 3 low-rise buildings at the Woodlands, because originally they had like an L-shaped building there, and so we came in and asked you if we could do that, and you said to come back with some plans. And I think there was somebody from Copman Page was here and said that, you know, you guys have the ability to do that, because we're not adding any units, we're actually shortening the footprints, which I've been doing up there, everything I've built. And I have copies of the original approval. I don't know how much you guys remember or whatever, but if you need that. And I have my engineer, Brian, who's got a plan.
Yeah, we haven't seen the plans.
I don't know if,
Yeah,
Yeah, so we were in front of you guys in December, right before Christmas, with a little bit of a different configuration. We've been looking at it. Rick wanted to kind of move one of the buildings and slide it up a little bit. Still the same number of buildings. Number of units is gonna be less than what it had before. I don't know if I'm supposed to roll plans out to show you guys. Maybe I can show you without touching. You guys don't have to touch them. Not exactly sure how we're supposed to do this thing.
either do we. We're in uncharted territories with this, so let's do the best we can.
I'll do this and I'll
put them on the floor.
I mean, all we need to see is I wanna look at the original one compared to this one.
That's all right.
You can just put one out between us. Now, do you have what the old one looks like?
This was the old, this was the approved plan. And it's at a different scale, I apologize.
That's okay.
Yours is gonna twist around a little bit, but what they did is they had, this building is built, if you would walk in today. This one is not, so that would make 1 building, 2 buildings, 3 buildings. This is part of the approved plan. If you go out there today, this building is built.
Right.
This is not. Do you live up there?
I got you.
Yep, okay, I heard what you said.
This one. Yeah, exactly. This one. Actually, it's even, what we did, we took it and we moved it up, we tightened it up, and then the third one goes across from these units here, up over here, so
Oh, I see,
Get
yeah.
rid of this, get a little further away from clamshell pond, move this up there, and then move
The
that
other one
up
up.
here.
I see.
And so, according to your not your regulations, but the original approval, they all have parking under, so there's 42 units in each building, there's gonna be 47 spaces underneath. We are gonna have some surface parking to meet the 1.5 parking spaces per unit that was called for in the approval, all of those can and so kind of at the same time we were here, or the last time we were here in December, Rick is kind of going in that step-by-step process, and before he leaps off to the next phase, he just wants to make sure the board is kind of on board, kind of knows what we're doing. If you see any red flags or anything that you don't like, or may throw up any of those, any caution flags, he just wants to make sure he answers those.
The buildings look like they're near the same size, but less units, or bigger units? Yeah.
The mix is a little bit different, actually, to the better. There's gonna be a mix of one bedrooms, two bedrooms, and then a one bedroom with a loft type of thing. So, the mix still kind of fits right in with the original approvals. The architectural does as well. And it's actually a little less units, so the bedroom count, when it's all flushed out, the bedroom count.
Be the same.
Exactly. Maybe even a little less, but certainly go over that magic number. I think it was like 1,098 bedrooms or something to that effect.
Steve, the people up there have seen this probably, no?
I don't know. I don't know if you showed it.
Not formally,
Okay.
but I mean, like Sue and Dick, I mean, you know, I met with them yesterday, but I mean, but not formally I haven't.
Okay.
But I mean, I thought that might have been the architectural part of it.
Yeah.
And here, you know, it's like $3,000 or $4,000 a unit to draw the plans.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed to find out before I go any further, you know, so, I thought that's the stage I would be in, but, they kind of know what my plans are, and but I will definitely do that.
So you're kind of moving the buildings around a little bit.
Can I come up, can I approach a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if you see this plan here?
Yeah.
This drops off about 35 feet.
Right.
Facilities are, you know,
Right.
so, oh, here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put a building down there, you have to like levitate. I mean, so, I mean, my policy always is to not fight the land. So these are tucked in to the hills, which slope this way here, which gives it a natural walkout on dry land. So that's essentially all I'm trying to do, is not to rip the land apart. You know, try to stay far away from the pond as possible, and try to make these things fit in a natural way. And there's no 3 bedrooms, and that's.
Infrastructure's not changed, the roads are in?
No, what was that?
No, I know.
Yeah, on this one here, the road ends around here someplace, right here. So I will be extending that, but it's not a big, you know, it just goes right along the slope. The roadways themselves will stay the same. Obviously, since we're moving the buildings, the entrances into the parking and stuff has to.
Rick, what we do
That's
is this
the
down
change.
here.
Nothing.
Just to leave it open.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be, isn't there a path down to the pond?
Yeah, it's
Right here.
it's right here. Right, it's here.
Right now, it's down to the.
And this technically is phase 3 on this side of the road. You know, I'd be comfortable if you brought that to the board to see what they have to say about it.
Oh, Laurel. I see.
The permit says phase 2, and that's here. Phase 3 is this side down.
All right, so, all right. Sorry, did you know that? We can look into it, sure. We can certainly look into that, yeah. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought almost everything was already approved on the roadways anyway. But yeah, I can certainly do that.
I mean,
Because I definitely need to rethink all this too.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because of the outdated footprints, and I'm gonna try to build less roads in there. And,
So, all right, I didn't know that, but so this one here, so for this one here would have to come back?
Well,
This one, or both of these?
no, I think it's just that one.
Just this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it would come back on phase 3, essentially? Can I do it just for that building?
That's what the permit calls for.
What?
Finish phase 1 and 2 before 3.
Phase 2. I didn't know that. That's what windows.
Well, you got some stuff here.
Yeah, one road.
You've got some stuff over here.
Yeah. Well, some of these, as you know,
Yeah, there's
I
issues.
can't, I'm not, yeah, so I need to find a home for a couple of these buildings, because that's where the wall is.
Right.
So that's why I'm gonna have, you know, rethink where to put what, because I'm eliminating some units because of the wall.
Yeah.
So,
In general, I think it's a good idea, but I mean, you gotta
Yeah, we gotta follow.
follow, yeah.
do I have to like complete phase 2? Build it out before I can come in for phase 3?
There is no phase 3 plan yet.
I know.
There's nothing approved.
So, okay, so I guess we go back to phase 3 for just that building, I assume. And then, as I figure out what I'm gonna do here, I'll come back to phase 4. I mean, that really don't,
I mean, how far down the road is that building?
this one?
Yeah.
This one?
No, I mean, like, time frame.
Oh. A couple of years.
It's not a big deal right now. then.
No.
No, but before I design the building, I just want to make sure I'm okay with the footprint.
I think that, I can only speak for myself, I think the design and what you're proposing, I think it's okay, it's within the original plan of the same amount or less number of bedrooms,
Right.
less units.
Right.
So theoretically, I mean, if you wanted to go start to design them, I don't see that there's a problem with that,
I have no problem with that setup.
you know?
No, me neither.
But I mean, it's just looking into the other part of it, just to make sure. I mean, if you're 2 years down the road before you're gonna start building these, it's.
Oh, I want to start this one here this year,
Yeah,
but,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's already all set anyway. I just put it, not as a 42 unit building.
yeah. But I mean, you can kind of see our point. This project's been going on for 20 years.
Yeah, that's right,
And you're
Trying
doing a
to
great
finish it.
At
job.
least we got somebody in there trying to do something
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
and we are, I mean,
Yeah.
considering the market and everything, for this, we're doing quite well.
No, I agree.
Because we're keeping these things affordable, the low 300, I mean, you know, and it's a challenge to do that.
Yeah.
So,
That should
if I
be
can
easy.
see, I'm sure I'll have something very good, you know. First floor master bedrooms,
All right.
security, you know, underground parking, but, all right, so I just want to get this straight. So we're kind of all set on the 42 here, and I've got to come back and tell me this one I'm all right, because the road's already here for that. But I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
that was part of phase 1.
Was it?
Yeah.
Phase 2, you mean?
No, that was phase 1, I think. Phase 2 was coming up the hill, yeah.
No, okay.
I mean, it is spelled out on this, these lines are, shows you the phase. Phase 1 is all this,
What's this one? 1A?
and 2 was the top.
So I'm still in, wow, I see what you mean. Okay, so
So then
this,
this line here is 3.
so this one's still in phase 1.
Yes,
Okay.
these 2 are phase 1.
All right, so you guys don't mind, we'll probably be back next, just for this building, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with
I
the,
don't even know what's down there.
well, it goes up, and I mean, these roads can pave. You know, so if I can consolidate it without ripping all that land apart, you know. So, and plus I gotta come up with gardens, wall fields and all that stuff, so I'll be looking for a place to tuck all that stuff in on the project.
All right, we'll see you.
Okay, all right, thanks, guys. Stay healthy.
You too. Good luck. No, take them with
I'll
you.
take one if you don't mind.
Very good, the big boys tomorrow.
Yep, have a good night.
No, one's good.
6:15? That being past 6:15, we have site plan review of Mass Brewing LLC, 175 Sterling Street, continued from April 7th, 2020.
All right, I'm Brian Mason. This is Jesse Tarbell. We're from Mass Brewing LLC. This was continued from last month, the site review due to change of use. We are opening a brewery and tap room. The last time we were here, the board had asked that we do some additional planning, which we have done here. We had sent our plans to the town engineer. We've talked to Christopher McGowan of the DPW. He gave his blessing on everything, and we've provided the parking as requested, and a more detailed plan.
Any questions, Steve?
Yeah, so on the parking, you're looking for a waiver, right? You need 6 additional spots?
No, we have a revised plan. There was actually spots there to the side of the building that weren't on the original plan that are on there now.
Yeah, they have XX spots.
Yeah, there was always spots there. The curbs are there and stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You marked your lighting and stuff.
Yep.
Motion to approve?
We have to close the meeting.
Oh, yeah, we gotta close the meeting. Public comment.
I make a motion to close the meeting.
Motion to close, you make a motion?
Close the meeting.
Second.
All in favor?
Motion to approve? You already did it.
Somebody second it?
I'll second.
All in favor? Good luck.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
$6:30.
Few minutes. 2 minutes.
Nancy, is this your last meeting?
No. The elections aren't until the 28th of June.
Drat. Right? One more time.
Hey, I got spoiled 2 years. I got spoiled 1 month for her.
I was glad to see Tom took a,
Is he the only one?
Yeah.
That's good.
he'll be good.
Guys, he's nuts.
You got 5 years left in here, right? You can do another 5.
No, the kid's doing it.
Well, the other Doug Price. Yeah.
The real Doug Price. So these guys still gotta go to fire chief and all that, right?
Worst part is this, we can't go have a beer at a bar afterwards.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not that you guys used to do it, but I did.
Is Adam watching? Adam's on the phone? We'll be all right.
He's on his phone on conversation. He's getting his minutes.
So they must be coming in from Lane Ave.
What's that?
Lane Ave must be coming in.
Who knows?
Apparently, you guys have a right decision for this?
Say that again?
Yes.
Sound correct?
Somebody has to.
We have to do it right now, so we can come back and have that.
It has to be, a decision has to be written up.
And then once it's written up, you guys all have to sign it probably, right?
Correct, and it takes, you have to be in there for 20 days before somebody can appeal it.
So we can appeal
This
to
is a special permit, right?
No, site
Oh,
plan.
it's
No,
not
it's just a
special
site plan
permit.
review.
No,
No.
no. So it's
Yes?
not- We're good to go.
You guys are all set.
Yeah, we're just running the building permit downstairs. We're gonna get through this stage first.
Yeah, I mean, prior to opening, you're gonna have to go to the health department and do a review, show, where you're serving beer and there's gonna be food there, you're gonna have to, do a plan review.
Here's the phone.
What's that? But you're gonna have to do a plan review with them anyway, because you're gonna wash glasses, you're gonna have to show them the sanitary. No big deal, that's,
Yeah, right now, we're just gonna start with the building.
Yeah. yeah, but prior to opening, you're gonna have to sit down with them, and come to a meeting and spell out, dishwasher and how you're gonna do everything and.
There is something we have to sign, but it's not,
Good try.
they should just draw.
It's down the road, yeah, it's a couple months down the road, not that big a deal.
Adam, you there? I am. We have the phone in front of the chair, so we should get
All right,
the
all right.
meeting from you.
All right.
Six 6:30, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, with that being 6:30, we've, site plan review special permit for Baracus Development, 38 Lane Avenue, continuation from last month.
6:30, site plan review special permit for Bracket Development, 38 Lane Avenue, continuation. 6:30, site plan review special permit for Bracket Development, 38 Lane Avenue.
I'm getting a little bit of an echo there. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Who are you?
Yes, I'm Eli Leno. I'm an attorney for Baracus Development from the law firm Manning, Mellon, Jackowitz, and Morales.
Okay.
If you guys are ready, I'm happy to start presenting, but I obviously don't want to step on the board's toes.
No,
Just let me know what you need from me.
We're ready. You can start.
So, we are,
Can you mute your YouTube? Because we're getting some feedback.
My YouTube is actually muted.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Getting feedback.
yeah, 'cause I hate that echo.
Getting feedback.
Okay, that's a little better.
Okay. And for site plan review and a special permit, my office came aboard on this after the application had already been entered. So we actually have already received a special permit from the zoning board. This was a building that's already existing on Lane Avenue. And what we're trying to do is change the previously used garage into a ninth apartment unit. So it's a pre-existing non-conforming, and the zoning board in December ruled that this would not be a more detrimental use, so they granted the special permit. So I don't believe we need to get a special permit from your board tonight, but we are prepared to go forward based on what you guys had spoken with Tammy Baracus, the Baracus Development, about last meeting, about certain things you needed in a site plan review. And did you receive the updated site plan that we submitted yesterday? We emailed to Denora?
No, I have nothing in front of me.
Okay, that's disappointing because we have an updated package showing the existing conditions, showing where we moved the dumpster with a hedge surrounding it to screen it as was requested by the board, showing that it only has 3 parking spaces added, two as are required by the bylaws, and 1 guest space. But I guess without being able to go over the plan together, one thing I'm wondering if we might be able to do tonight is that section 9460 of your bylaws, we can get into minor site plan review if we're not generating more than 10 spaces or certain square footage calculations. We're not changing the square footage of this building at all, and again, we'll only add 3 spaces, 2 of which are required. It seems like, unfortunately, based on the difficulties that everyone's having with COVID-19, we probably need a continuance so that you'll actually have a chance to review the site plan package that we tried to submit.
Okay.
Um,
I I think we're still at the same spot as the last time we spoke with the applicant, that they were gonna be required to put sprinklers and fire alarms in the building, right? And then, you know, has any progress been made on that?
So can I ask a question about, I know that the building code requires sprinklers in certain things, and that would be under the building inspector, and then the fire code, the sprinkler regulations are under the fire department. Can I ask how is under the purview of the zoning board on that? That's respectfully asked, I'm just trying to.
On the zoning board, I can't speak for. But it was brought to the applicant's attention before, and it's like, if you're not gonna make any effort to do that, why are we going through this?
Well, respectfully, it's not that we're not making the effort to do it. We have started trying to figure out what's the best way to have fire safety in this building up to the required code. But there are a couple of things about this where the applicant doesn't own every unit in this building. It's a condominiumized building. There are certain things where only this one thing is new. So our intention is, again, to work with fire and the zoning enforcement officer, the building commissioner there, and try to figure out what the best way forward is here. So I'm trying to figure out, in terms of site plan review, how that falls under the purview of the planning board.
How many bedrooms are gonna be in the unit?
How many bedrooms are gonna be in the unit?
3 is proposed.
Okay.
Well, you're gonna get
But
a
getting
number.
back to your other questions, I don't think it does, but if I have a problem with the special permit, if you're gonna go down, and if we gave you the special permit, or the site plan review, and okayed it, and then you're gonna go down to the building department and look for a building permit, and not go through all this other stuff. You know, that's,
Again, in terminology's sake, we have the special permit from the zoning board, so this is just site plan review that we need now. But I do understand your concern and that this building needs to be safe. That's unquestioned from our side as well. We're in agreement with you there. Again, I don't know, and I think it comes down to talking with both the fire chief and the fire department and also the building inspector to figure out what the best way to do that is. But I don't think if it ends up being sprinklering the new unit or putting fire extinguishers or having obviously we'll have fire rated doors, etc. Maybe enhance the firewall between the new unit and the existing stuff. I think all of that still it comes through from those other departments.
okay, so what do you wanna do? Do you wanna continue this till next month?
Yeah, I think we need to continue so that you'll be able to see the plans that we tried to submit before the board. But I am wondering if you would be willing to do whatever finding you need tonight to get us into minor site plan review for next time. Because I think that it takes the application, I'm pulling up your code right now. There's like a preliminary meeting required for that, right? And I'm hoping that tonight could serve as that, again, because the building outline is entirely as it will be. We're not changing anything, we're not adding any square footage, we're just reusing the former garage as another use.
Mr. Chairman, I question whether it's just a site plan review that's needed here, because it is a change of use of that square footage of the building.
We have issued on December 6th, we have a special permit, notice of decision to grant a special permit for office development, filed October 21. Description of relief requested is that I don't want to take more time than it's necessary, but it's that seeking a special permit under certain bylaws, section 9300 and 3620 for relief from frontage and law area existing, and specifically the applicant proposes to add 1 unit to an existing 8-unit condominium building, and then that board found, and I submit this to your board as well, either through Denora or to someone else if you see fit, that we already have the CBA decision to allow this use.
The zoning board doesn't dictate change of use.
Yeah, so I think it'd be best, in your best interest to, just request a continuation till next month, and then we can all sit down there, and I'll have the building inspector here, and I'll have the fire chief here, and we can all hash this out.
Okay, obviously we'll need to meet with them, so that's fine, but I don't understand how in your bylaws, if it's a pre-existing non-conforming use, it's not zoning board of appeals that has this purview for our special permit. I just want to make sure I have what my client needs on all of this.
We're taking a storage area and changing the use, are we not, Mr. Chairman?
Yes. You're taking a spot that was a garage and you make it into another condominium,
Occupied dwelling,
an
yeah.
occupied dwelling, and
We'd have to defer to Adam on this a little bit too.
It's gonna be like this. Gonna bring our lawyer in.
so I think that's where we stand. You should consider doing a continuation till next month.
Okay, I think that's fine, and are we planning that people can come in, it looks like, so.
I certainly hope so. I would love to go back to regular meetings.
Yeah, sorry, I would have come, I didn't realize that it was, available, but obviously it seems like it was crowded with walking, you have to ask people to step outside, so.
Thank you.
Again, I look forward to meeting the board hopefully next month, and we will, go forward with all of this, thank you.
Okay. Would you like to request the continuation?
I would, sir.
Make a motion to continue the Baracus Development,
To June
plan
2nd.
review to the June 2nd meeting at, let's call it 6:15 PM.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, we'll see you next month.
Thank you very much.
Is Adam still on?
Yeah, I think so. Is it 6:45 yet? No. Are there any other?
Got 3 minutes.
out there?
3 minutes. They're gonna make him irrigate the whole place. I don't know why they put us through that, when we know that he's gonna make him irrigate the whole place.
That's what we did with the guy on Chestnut Hill. He wanted to go from 3 to 4. Had to put sprinklers,
Well, for years they've been doing that, making you have all the smoke.
Well, I guess we can get underway with the next one and start, I mean. God. 2 minutes.
43.
I'm just gonna smile.
I know.
You get the smiley face on it.
All kinds of things are going on.
Can you get into the governor's office and tell him to let us do some stuff around here? Can you do that?
It's appointment. They said, did you push up? There was another business in town that requested to be opened up. And they said, they're not giving exemptions anymore. You can still apply. They want everybody to go through that 17-member panel that Karen Guido is on. And you'll get an appointment. They have like 10,000 virtual appointments.
Wow.
So, and they said, anybody who wants to, make your pitch to they'll open up on the 18th.
Wow, that's cool.
Call. Give me a show tomorrow. Get to it tomorrow.
Time.
1 minute. I'd go.
with that being 6:45? We're gonna site plan review, special permit from CIG Liam's Crossing LLC at 55 Sterling Street. Continuation from last month.
Do I slide up to this microphone?
Absolutely.
All right.
Do you want these, or how do you want?
So yeah, I don't know the best way to do it. So first, thanks to the board. I know we're going through a lot and I appreciate your time. It's actually, I think it's been a couple months since we've met. When we last met, we got the green light for parking in the basement, and we were off to go solve some, we actually have some good solutions for trash and inside the building and some green space, and we thought we were off and running. But there's been some changes since then. I'd like to get everybody up to speed. I have some information to pass out. I'm conscious of COVID, but we had our structural engineers and a team of structural steel erectors look at our basement when we originally went to that plan, and they quoted us an amount to turn that basement into a parking garage, removing columns, reshoring, and so we could turn into that a good parking plan. After we got the green light, we wanted to keep that contractor honest. We went out and got 2 more bids, and the structural teams that came in both said, yeah, the bid for the basement was right, but they missed that you actually have to reshore every floor in the building. So when we actually remove those beam columns in the basement, the reshoring of it goes up to the top level of our building. We looped back with our structural engineer, and they said, yeah, that is right. It's going to be a much larger project. Sorry, you guys, excuse me. This is getting used to the oversized mask. But this is a much larger project than we had originally anticipated. We regrouped, we were exploring some different options. During that time, actually, Haley and Ward's original review of our plans mentioned that the bay there, they were actually a little bit ahead of the Mass Historic Commission, the bay for the parking garage, they wanted us to keep architecturally similar with the building. Turns out, so we're pursuing historic tax credits along with this conversion here. We got feedback as well that bay there, there's significant concerns about just opening up a big hole in the building. I think it's a good design. It's just not architecturally similar with the 1910 original design. So we said we have to go figure out a good parking plan. We thought we had about a month before our next planning board meeting, and then COVID hit, and so we've actually about 2 months. We've gone around and we've talked to our neighbors. We've explored parking at 55 Sterling Street, at 100 Sterling Street, up and down that block, up and down Parker. We're currently talking with the owner of Depot Square there. We're working on some items, and there may be a long-term solution there, but right now there isn't. So the information I'd like to pass around in each folder is a mini version of the full set of plans. It has, the basement is now 6 loft-style units, beautiful high ceilings, light coming in from Parker Street, and then behind that is wonderful amenities. So space, it's a ground floor unit. There's no windows, so it's where a nice gym would go. We have a spa plan. The basement is no longer parking, but the plans are here. There's also, can I pass these out?
Yes,
Great. Thank you.
we're not telepathic.
So on the right side of this folder are a mini set of these plans, and I don't know the best way we can all look at the big plans. But on the left is something that we'd like the board's feedback on, and it's a little bit of a proposed partnership or working together with the town and the development. So on the first page, we actually have our site plan that meets all ADA requirements here for our improved parking lot and also parallel parking on Parker Street. On the second page is actually the area around Depot Square. The parking there, the parallel on the left may look like it's going into the park, but that's just the aerial view. If you actually look at the tree on the bottom there that extends over the edge of the park, we would propose lining that for nighttime parking for the residents.
I watched that with Chris last week, and I'm in the process of preparing a request to the selectmen to do an MOU for the use of that, as James said, at night. That's, as we know, that's kind of no man's land there. along the west side of the Depot Park, Hamilton Square, as well as what would be the south side of it. The town doesn't plow it. The town doesn't really do much at all to keep it up. And we would be willing to, in that MOU, agree, and again, it's up to the selectmen, but we'll approach them to do just that, to line it, to plow it, light it, make it as safe as need be, to make it agreeable to the town. And we're also in negotiations with some of the contiguous property owners for use of some of their property for parking as well.
Doesn't the guy, the person who owns the laundromat, doesn't he do the snow removal down there? I see he has a tractor down there in the winter.
He's always done all that work.
Yeah. So there's no clear title to that property. So it's something, we were talking about it as well.
The third page here is a zoom in of Parker Street further down from the perpendicular intersection of Sterling and Parker. So if you keep going down Parker Street towards the industrial development, there's the GIS map actually shows, it looks like Parker Street itself runs right up to these parcels here, and there are about 12 feet for an improved sidewalk and parallel parking, and which is shown, that GIS map is on the fourth page here, which actually is just a measurement of distance. So the Depot Square is about 125 feet from Liam's Crossing, or 55 Sterling Street, and the furthest parking space away along Parker Street would be about 440 feet away, starting at about 50 feet down Parker Street past Liam's Crossing.
How many spots does that give you?
45, and there's 45 bedrooms.
Yeah, but that'd be municipal parking, right? If it's town parking, it's not just for one place, it would be considered municipal parking, right?
Yep, so what we'd hope for is that collective parking, where that municipal parking, it could certainly be municipal during the day and at night, but that we would have the ability to use it for the residents.
Anybody can use it if it's municipal.
Yep.
But I think if you go by there during the day, you'll see a lot of cars parking there now anyway.
Those are people that are immediately abutting the building. Those are people that are inside the building, working there now. That right there, on immediately abutting the Parker Street side of 55 Sterling Street, we'll get you a figure, but the property belonging to 55 Sterling Street abuts out probably far enough to create parking spaces, and these belong there. That would be property on the building. But you're right, the balance.
How many spots do you have on the site?
We have 15.
15 parking spots.
Mhm.
No, I don't know what I missed when you were speaking. So you were originally gonna put parking in the basement,
Yes.
and now you wanna put units in the basement?
So I would love to have parking in the basement. 3 months ago, we got the green light. Basement looked great. We came up with a creative solution for lifts. Everything looked fantastic. The cost for us to actually open up, so there's 2 parking lanes in the basement. We actually have to remove columns to make them drive lanes. We said, that's not a big deal. It's the basement. Our structural engineers missed it. We actually have to go up the first, second, and third floors above the
Okay,
basement there.
So you're saying, all right,
So, and,
That's what I
and,
missed.
not feasible now.
yeah, and we also got feedback from
I
this.
thought you said you did that, that's why, what I.
Oh,
that's what I
we'd be
didn't
broke.
understand.
We haven't done that, we haven't done that, and we also got feedback from the state as well, that they don't like the idea of opening up a big bay, off Parker Street there.
I mean, I
Believe in
would
the bar-
almost rather see you,
Excuse me.
sorry, Doug,
No, excuse me.
not put units in the basement, maybe leave it as storage or something, because now you're adding even more units for the parking.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a balance between, tenant life and parking and amenities for the building. I think there's also a good creative solution in the parcels around the building, right? I think, if those, there's definitely a balance there, I do agree.
So, how many units is this now?
45, it was originally
So you-
42, it's
It was
45.
originally 28, it was originally 26, and it's originally 13, so.
I was,
You get to-
not to get, it was originally 26 with a fair amount of industrial, commercial space in there.
We have yet to see the same plan twice in a row. It just keeps going up. But
They-
you still haven't addressed the parking issue.
The original plans, when we had commercial industrial space, we needed about 4 times the parking to be able to service that mix of residential units and restaurants or retailers or the different individuals who are be interested in that building. Every plan we've presented to the board has been in the interest of finding a good parking plan. This has not been adding on units so that we can, this hasn't been adding on units so that we can,
The bottom line is that we're having a tough time with parking, no
Yeah.
matter, and now you're going up to 45 units?
I would actually make the case
So
that we've
that's-
reduced
Where are you
it.
gonna find 90 parking spots?
Haley and Ward has responded that it's reasonable. They've requested that the board review 1 parking space per bedroom, Chairman, excuse me, board member.
Right, but the
Not-
basic line is, by the bylaws, you're supposed to have 2 per unit.
Right.
So you're asking for permission to not have 2 per unit, and we don't know where the parking is gonna be. It's gonna be on municipal property.
Potentially with your support.
You don't have mine. I'll never approve a plan that uses public parking like that around there.
Good to know.
Isn't there, I believe in the bylaws, if you can make a contract with somebody within 500 feet of the project,
Yes.
that you could utilize that parking. So, I mean, in my mind, if you don't have that, you're not gonna get public parking.
Great feedback, great direction. So we are working on that, and I hope we can come back with a plan that we
What
can have that.
about, the property where the consignment store is?
That's what I was just gonna say
Yeah.
too.
That parking area
That's
is
a lot of that's
really
owned by
big.
the, excuse me, a lot of that's probably owned by the railroad, and we just don't know it. Well, they're also, that building is also in transition, and so we're potential transition. And we have been talking, but we have, and if we had a solid plan with them, some kind of agreement, we'd be presenting it to you, and perhaps by the time we come back, we might have something like that, but as of tonight, this is what we have.
Yeah, there's just no way I could sign on for, I mean, with the parking disaster we have the blue light special during the snowstorm, no parking here, 2 hours there. It's absolutely ridiculous, I think, to even ask that.
What about on this first page, in the back of the building where you have the handicap spots? Do you guys own that whole piece of property right back there? That goes all the way back?
Which,
On the railroad tracks?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this one right here.
Of the whole.
yeah,
Does it go all the way down?
yeah.
Why can't you try to reconfigure and get some more spaces in there? I mean, this is
They
just
need
a,
the dumpster somewhere too, right?
yeah, I
Where it's
think it
gonna be
shows a
inside.
dumpster way down in the back.
We actually, so with no parking in the basement, we found a great spot for a dumpster inside.
You know, I mean, if you reconfigured it instead of the ones on the end, 1, 2, 3, 4, instead of having them go that way, have them go against the building. I mean, you could probably get maybe 10 more spots in there? Am I looking at it the wrong way?
No, I agree.
It's a little tight as you're getting further down towards the property edge, but it's, I walked it last week when I was, after I got done with Chris, and we were thinking the same thing.
But I mean, they're still trying, you're still gonna generate another 30 spots, or
Yeah.
better, for visitor I mean,
Why wouldn't you put the handicap parking on the other side of the ramp, so it's easier for someone just to go up the ramp?
I don't follow on this side.
On the lower end of the ramp, yeah.
So I actually think the ramp starts about halfway up. It's a double-sided because of the length of it. So I agree that the spots could be closer up here, but the ramp actually starts here
Okay.
and then loops up. So that's the best we have right now, and it does sound like the feedback from the board is municipal parking is not an option. We'll go pursue, we're working with our neighbors, we're trying to find a contract. There,
it's too bad, you had it right on the money with that last plan.
I know, we thought we did too, it was great, it's not feasible. So we're in a real pickle, trying to figure out how this is gonna work. Again, we are trying to work together. We thought municipal might be an option, not aware of the different stressors you described there in terms of when snowstorms happen and different current situations. So we thought we'd run it by you and get your feedback. We'll listen to the feedback. We want to work with you and find a good solution for the town and for the development.
No, we wanna work with you too, because it's
Yeah,
a
no
nice
doubt.
it's a nice building, it's gonna be a nice plan, we just gotta figure it out, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
So, if you wanna continue?
Yes, can we request a continuation?
Motion to continue to June 2nd.
Second.
Where are we at, 6:45 PM?
All in favor?
Thank you to the board.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck. See, I wish everybody came to the meeting with folders like this.
I know, I got 2 of them now.
I feel like it. Thank you.
Where'd I lose my agenda?
All right. All right, thanks, guys. Thanks for doing this.
Seven o'clock, we can close the meeting? Not here?
Let's see if he's out there.
Jimmy Moore, he sold those units. He's not coming
He's
back.
not coming in. Let's see if there's anybody.
I lost my fucking agenda. Use all the parking around the park for. That's great. First one at 6.
I'll make a motion to close the meeting.
We gotta, we might have a couple of informal stuff outside.
Oh, sorry.
So there,
No, I thought it was over 7:50.
Harold will find out if there's anybody here.
Can't believe what they come in and ask for.
I got so much to do now, so I can get out of here. There's a gang meeting.
Sounds like it's lost.
His money? All of it? Let's give him all of it.
Nobody, thank you.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
I'm just browsing quickly.
What was with the bills for Adam, do we know? What's the story?
I'm paying some of them now, and
Some.
I'm paying Canadian Wood. To sit down, some of them don't have money in the escrow, so I have.
Who? You know any offhand?
Who didn't?
I have to sit down and do Lancaster Road, because there's a lot of bills I have to go with Diane and see the ones that were paid. Green Street,
You're not gonna get any money out of them.
on Green Street, I think they're in the negative too, so the bills that are coming in.
Well, we can direct Jim not to do any inspections until they get money in.
So I gotta sit down and sit him down and get him done.
And let me know how much the, international one there is, how much, when you find out.
Yeah, that one, that's the one I have to.
I might have an avenue to get him,
Might as well just close the meeting, we're done.
I'll make a motion to close.
I'm gonna pay a lot of those now, and then
second.
if,
All in favor to close the meeting?
basically by next, month, if we're doing okay.
That's a wrap.